8 of our beginner class, our beginner series. And, we hope you've enjoyed the classes. We have a few minutes before we start. But we've just given you a little sampling here of the 8 weeks of classes to show you some of the options you have with yoga. And it's just a great way to get your body moving and just take some time for yourself. Also feeling better physically, but it also helps tremendously mentally, calming your mind and some of the crazy stressful days we have. So before we start today's class will be a very gentle class, just kind of adding on to some of the other things we've already done, but also recapping some of the asanas we've done already, but really focusing on correct form so that if you decide to move forward with your practice either with us or somewhere else or on your own, it's really important that you have the right fundamentals and you're in the right position in the different asanas. So we're going to touch a little bit on that today. So you can just get ready for practice. Nice, comfortable seated position. Up nice and tall, have a straight spine, crown of your head reaching up towards the sky, and maybe pull the shoulder blades back, opening the chest and leaving lots of room for the lungs to expand with each inhale. And slowly calming your mind and clearing your mind by focusing on your breath. Ready, you can bring your hands to heart center for Anjali Mudra hands or prayer hands, thumbs on sternum and a light bow to your head. And just take a moment to give yourself some gratitude for coming to your mat today, for making your health and well-being a priority, and setting this time apart for yourself. When you're ready, you can rub your hands together and build up some friction. Get them nice and warm. And then you can just place those hands at your heart center. And feel the warmth enter your chest. Ready, you can blink your eyes open and come to a comfortable standing position. Weight evenly distributed in the feet, up nice and tall. Before we start today, just take a quick Tadasana, checking in with your body. Kicking up, so I'm going to move this microphone a little bit so it doesn't pick up the wind. Sorry if it's noisy right now. There you go. And with an exhale, just lower your chin to chest. Keep the shoulders back and down. And with your next inhale, bring your left ear to left shoulder. Exhale back to center, and inhale right ear, right shoulder. Exhale back to center. And this time when we go left, we're going to go all the way around 2 times. And then all the way around 2 times the other way. And when we're done, we'll end up back in the chin to chest position. Take some relaxing breaths here, relaxing the neck and shoulders. Nice natural head position, crown of the head up towards the sky. Now matching your breath to your movement, inhale both arms up overhead. When you get to the top, turn the palms out and exhale, bring the arms down by your side. And just do these at your own pace, matching your breath to your movement. Next time your arms are by your side, you can leave them there. And with your next inhale, bring both arms back up overhead. We're going to interlock our fingers and send our palms up to the sky. Really extend up, reaching for the sky. And with an exhale, just lean right. Inhale, come back up to center. And exhale, lean left. Inhale back up to center and go through one more time. Exhaling right. Inhale back up and exhale left. Inhale back up and really push those palms up towards the sky, and with an exhale release the arms down by your side. And now with an inhale, we're going to open the arms out to the sides. And with an exhale, we're going to give ourselves a hug, and make sure you pay attention to which arm is on top and which arm's on bottom, and switch that each time. Next time your arms are open, you can leave them out there. We're going to goal post our arms. And now with an exhale, we're going to touch our elbows, forearms, and hands. Inhale, open. Really feel those shoulders open. Next time your arms are open, you can leave them out there in the goal post. And with an exhale, we're just going to rotate so the palms are facing the ground. Inhale, come back to goal post. Just rotating that shoulder. Next time the arms are parallel to the ground, you can leave them there, where palms are parallel to the ground. And then straighten those arms and turn your palms so they're facing each other. And we're going to do eagle arms. So we're going to cross our left over our right, so that left elbow's in that right elbow socket. And then try to bring the palms of your hands together. And if they don't reach, you can always have the back of the right hand touch the back of the left arm. But if you can get the palms together, try to have them touch. I have my fingertips, I don't have the whole palm touching. And you'll feel those shoulders open up. And then with an inhale, raise those elbows up. Really opening up the shoulders. With an exhale, you can bring the elbows down and undo the arms, and we'll do the other side. So we're going to cross that right over the left, and then try to bring the palms together. Feel the shoulders open up. And then with an inhale, maybe lift those elbows. And exhale, lower the elbows down and undo your arms. Keep the arms straight out in front, palms to ground, and just make a real tight fist and release. Really engage all your fingers. Engage the muscles in the forearms. If your shoulders are starting to bother, you can release the arms and take a little break. Next time you have your fist made, you can leave it there, and without moving the arms, just make some circles with the wrist. Change directions. And come to stillness and open the hands. And then just bend your elbows so your hands are chest height and gently twist from side to side. Bringing some gentle movement, no pain. And you can come to stillness. And we're going to release the arms and let the arms be loose this time. And we're going to do that same twisting motion, but let the arms just freely turn when you turn. You can come to stillness, and we're going to place our hands on our hips, and we're going to ring those imaginary bells and really try to exaggerate that motion a little. So send those hips out far to the sides. Be careful ringing that front bell that you don't hurt your lower back. And really the back bell, back. Nice big circles. And you can change directions. Come to stillness. We're going to place a bend in our knees and place our hands just above the knees and make some nice circles with the legs. Change directions. You can come to stillness. And we're going to do one more for our hip here. So with an inhale, we're going to lift our right knee up, bring it out to the side, and exhale, bring it down. And then inhale it back up towards the middle and back down. And just do 3. Always inhaling up and exhaling down. And then we'll do the other side. Done those, we can lift that right foot and just make some circles with that right ankle. Trying not to move the leg and change directions. And we'll switch feet and change directions. You can place that foot down and take a quick Tadasana. Shoulders back, chest is open and palms forward. Just check in with your body. Your eyes open, and we're just going to do a few forward folds. So with an inhale, bring both arms way up overhead, and with an exhale, we're going to swan dive forward. You can bend the knees as much as you like here. It's about having the crown of the head come towards the ground, having your chest come close to your thighs, and just relaxing. Maybe with an inhale you can interlock your hands to elbows and bring some gentle movement to the spine. Come to stillness, and with an exhale, release the hands down towards the ground. With an inhale, put a micro bend in the knees and reverse swan dive all the way up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, release the arms. And we're going to do one more of those. So big inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. With an inhale, we're going to do a halfway lift. So straighten your legs, place your hands on your thighs, and come up to a nice flat back. While you're here, keep breathing. Engage your belly. Don't let your belly be passive. You can look forward just a little, but don't crank your neck up. Make sure your shoulder blades are back. Your hips are back and neck and head forward. And this is the position when we do forward folds or we reverse swan dive out of a forward fold that our back should come through. A lot of times we want to accordion up, but we want to start working on having a flat back when we come down into a forward fold and come out of them. So with an exhale, forward fold. Make sure you put a micro bend in the knees. And when we inhale and reverse swan dive, try to keep that back flat. So inhale, flat back all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, release the arms. That's something that's really important as you continue on with your practice after this series. That flat back, when we as humans by our nature, when we go down, we kind of want to accordion and then accordion back up. But with yoga, we want to keep that back straight, so when we do that forward fold, the back stays flat all the way down. And then when we come out of it, we're doing it with a flat back. And you have to build the core strength to make that happen. It's easy. Our body finds the easiest way to do it, and the accordion method is the easiest way to do it. So really focus on that as you continue your practice past this series. And it'll really help you with other asanas. It'll help with core strength. It helps with any back pain. And little details like that mean so much in yoga. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it really does. So we're going to go back to down dog now and start some sun salutations. Up nice and tall. We'll get there through that same motion. So big inhale, both arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward and focus on that flat back. Inhale, halfway lift. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Check in with your form. Is the back flat? Shoulders are back. Belly's engaged. And when we're ready with an exhale, we're going to bend the knees, plant the hands, and step back to down dog. And you can pedal your feet here, bringing some movement, pushing your chest towards your knees or thighs. Maybe inhale and come up real high on the tiptoes. Exhale, sink those heels down to mat. One more time. Inhale up real high on the tiptoes. Exhale, sink those heels down. Looking between your feet, so you don't want the head cranked down, but you want it looking back towards your feet. And then with our next inhale, we're going to come forward to plank. You can also come to your hands and knees for this plank if you'd like. But make sure your wrist, elbows, and shoulders are in line. And when you're ready with an exhale, we're just going to lower down under control. Put the tops of your feet on the mat and come to a cobra. And so far in practice, we've been doing baby cobras just a little bit. We're not using our hands a lot for this. But today we're going to try a bit more of a cobra, a bigger cobra. So with your next inhale, and protect your lower back, only go as far as comfortable for you. We're going to inhale and come up a little further. Keep the shoulders back. Keep the hips on the ground. And breathe. And exhale, lower down. Roll your toes and inhale, push back to cobra or down dog. Look between the hands and walker step to a forward fold. Micro bend the knees and big inhale up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, release the arms. We're gonna do 2 more sun salutations, but we're gonna add something to it if you'd like to try it. It's called an up dog. It takes core strength, so we waited until this part in practice in the series to show it to you, and it's totally your option which one you'd like to use. So I'll show you what it looks like first. If you're in down dog and we're getting ready to go to plank, you come to plank, and instead of lowering all the way down, you come down part way and flip your feet so the tops of your feet are on the mat, and come up. So everything's off the mat but the tops of my feet and my hands. There is an arch in my back where my back is swaying a little bit, and what's really important about that is you have to control that. If you don't, all your weight will crash down, it'll hurt your lower back or potentially hurt your lower back. So today, if you want to try it, when we're in down dog and go to plank, I'm just going to say flow through. You can do whichever variation you want, either lower down and do a cobra, or do up dog, and then we'll all meet back in down dog. So it's your choice what you want to do, but make sure if you do that up dog, you control how low your hips go. If you don't think you have the core strength to hold that way, then just do the regular cobra, and it's just something as you build up the strength you'll feel more comfortable with. So up nice and tall. We're going to do 2 more. Big inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands and step back to down dog. Inhale, forward to plank. And now you can just flow through and we'll all meet back in down dog when you're ready. Remember, if you tried the up dog, control that drop. And with your next inhale, we'll all get ready to head back to down dog. Look between the hands and walker step to a forward fold. Micro bend the knees and big inhale up. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, release the arms. And we're going to do 1 more. Big inhale up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward with that flat back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, and step back to down dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Just hold this plank for a second. Think about what you want to do next. And when you're ready, flow through. And we'll all meet back in down dog when you're ready. Should be in down dog now, so look between the hands and walker step to a forward fold. Micro bend the knees and big inhale up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale the hands up. And exhale, release the arms down by your side. And just take a quick Tadasana, check in with your body. Nice deep breaths. You can blink your eyes open. We're going to do a Warrior One sequence today, and we're going to do it from down dog. So we'll do that same motion to get back to down dog. So inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Nice flat back. Inhale, halfway lift. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Feel the difference between this one and the first one. When we're ready with an exhale, we're going to bend the knees, plant the hands, and step back to down dog. You can pedal the feet here again if you want. Just stay here for a few breaths. Now when we're ready, we're going to inhale that right leg up far behind us. And with an exhale, we're going to put that foot between our hands. And if you don't make it on the first try, it's okay. Just walk it the rest of the way. So we should be in this high lunge position with our hands down on the ground. And now we need to get to the Warrior One foot position. So when you're ready, move that left foot in. Make sure it's completely grounded and your toes are pointing to the outer edge of the mat up here on the left. We don't want the foot sideways. We want it grounded. When you're comfortable, use your core and come up to Warrior One. And what's really important here, it's not important how far this back foot is back. What's important is that that whole foot's grounded, and you can see my left hip is open to the side here. You don't want that. You have to turn that hip forward. Put your hand on your hip and check. Make sure it's straight. If it's not, move that back foot in. The right knee and ankle should be in line with each other. There's a big bend in the right knee there. And then as we move up to the shoulders, we want to keep those shoulders away from the ears. So pull the shoulder blades back. If you have tight shoulders and can't do that, goal post the arms. Nice deep breaths here. And we're going to bring some movement to this. So with an inhale, send the arms up real high. Exhale, under control, bring the arms down and out front. Inhale, hands to heart center. And hands up overhead. And do two more of those at your own pace, matching your breath to your movement. And when you're done, we'll all meet back in Warrior One. With an exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And we're going to go to crescent lunge or high crescent lunge, high lunge. So we're going to turn that left foot so we're on the ball of the left foot and then on our left toes, and the heel of the left foot is off the mat. Once again, doesn't matter how far back that leg is, as long as you're in that position. This right leg, you have knee, ankle and knee are in line, and then engage your arms. Nice deep breaths here. Pull those shoulder blades back. If you have to goal post your arms, it's okay. We want to keep the chest open and the shoulders away from the ears. When we're ready with an exhale, we're going to place both hands next to this right foot and then lower that left knee down to the mat and put the top of the left foot on the mat. And for this position, for low lunge, what's really important is that you have as much separation between this right heel and left knee. So you might walk your foot forward a little, slide that knee back a little, place your hands on the right knee, and just pulse the hips forward a little bit. And when you feel that in this left thigh, and it's something you're comfortable with, then you can engage the arms. Nice deep breaths. An option here if you'd like. Once again, protect your lower back. We can slowly lean the torso back and expose our chest to the sky, pulling the shoulders back and breathing. With an exhale, we're going to place both hands next to this right foot and inhale, straighten this right leg for half monkey, right toes come up to sky. You can bring your torso high for a bit of a balance pose, and exhale, forward fold, bringing your chest towards your knee. When you're ready, with an exhale, we're going to bend that right knee. Place both of your hands in front of your face, and I'm going to turn sideways. Place both your hands in front of your face and walk that right foot out to the right side of your mat for lizard pose. You can stay here with the arms straight. You can bend the arms and lower the weight into that right hip, opening the hip. You can also turn this right foot on its outside edge, opening the hip a little more and lowering your weight. You can also, if you want another option, you can roll those left toes and lift that left knee and lower more weight into the hip. Whatever works for your body today is what you should do. When you're ready, we're going to walk this right foot back to the middle of the mat and place both hands around it. And we're going to go back to down dog from here. So roll those left toes and lift that left knee and step that right foot back to down dog. Now we're going to do the other side. So lift that left leg up. Exhale. Place that left foot between your hands. And I didn't get there all the way, so you just walk it the rest of the way. It's okay. Now we go to warrior one foot position. Whole right foot's grounded. Toes are pointing towards the outer edge of the mat. And when you're comfortable, come up for warrior one. And once again, once you get here, check in with your body. Is this right hip forward? Ankle knee alignment on the left leg. Shoulders away from the ears, and breathe. And we're going to bring that movement to this side. So with an inhale, the arms go up high. Exhale, bring the hands down, touch out front. Inhale, heart center, up overhead. And do 3 at your own pace. And we'll all meet back in warrior one when we're done. When you're ready with an exhale, bring the hands to heart center and we go to high crescent lunge. So we turn that right foot so we're on the ball of the right foot, right heel's off the mat, and engage your arms with the inhale. Nice deep breaths. Make sure the arms are engaged, they're strong. They're not just noodly arms. You want to work them out, so tighten your triceps, have your fingers strong. With an exhale, we're going to place both hands down around this left foot Lower the right knee and top of the right foot are on the mat. Place the hands on the left knee and pulse those hips forward. When you find a position you're comfortable with, engage your arms for low lunge. If you're comfortable here, you can always lean that torso back, but never crank your head back. Only let your head follow your back. With an exhale, place both hands around the left foot and we'll push back to half monkey. So inhale, straighten that left leg, left toes come up to sky. Bring your torso high. Never put any weight on this leg with your hands. Exhale, forward fold, bringing your chest towards your knee. Nice deep breaths here. When you're ready with an exhale, we're going to bend that left knee. Place both hands in front of your face and walk that left knee out to the left side of the mat. Once again, for lizard, you can stay here. You have a lot of options. Roll that left foot onto its outside edge. Put bends in the elbows. Roll the right toes and lift the right knee. Whatever feels good for you, that's what you should do, and there's always options and modifications. So if you ever have a problem with a certain asana, just let us know and we can give you some variations or options. If you're ever not feeling anything in an asana, let us know that also, and we can give you modifications to make it a little more strenuous. When you're ready, we're going to walk that left foot back to the middle, both hands on the outside edges of the left foot. We're going to go back to down dog, so roll the right toes and lift that right knee and step back to down dog. Look between your hands and walk or step to a forward fold. Micro bend the knees and big inhale up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, release the arms. And just take a quick Tadasana. Check in with your body. Blink your eyes open. We're going to do one more asana that's going to work on our calf flexibility. So just stand with your hands at heart center towards the front of your mat. And when you're ready, we're just going to step the left foot back. And you want to step it back as far as is comfortable for you, but you want both legs straight. There's no bend in the knees. And these left toes are facing as close to straight forward as you can get them. So now we're going to extend our arms out in front of us. And with an exhale, we lean forward as far as we can. And when we reach the end of the line, bring it straight down to the mat and try to touch your hands. If you can't reach, you can just stay where you are. Or if you have books or blocks, use those. You can always, if it's too much on that calf, put a micro bend in this right knee. And never ever put any weight on this right leg, the front leg. You might feel that pretty intensely in this calf and hamstring. And we come out of it, we're going to come out of it the same way we got into it, but we do have to put a micro bend in the right knee. So with an inhale, we come forward and up, and exhale back to heart center, and step forward. And now we'll do the other side. So step that right leg back. Once again, you want both legs straight. Right toes are facing forward as much as possible. And we're going to extend those arms. Reach forward, and when you reach the end of that line, then come down. And you might notice one side's a lot tighter than the other side. That's very normal, just based on what we do. Never put weight on this front leg with your hands. You can always put a micro bend in the front leg if it's too intense, or use blocks or books to hold your hands up. Nice deep breaths. And once again, when we come out of it, we're going to get out of it the same way we got in. Micro bend in that left knee. Bring the hands up, and come back. Step forward, and just take a quick Tadasana, check in with your body. Your eyes open. And for balance today, we're going to do Warrior 3, and I want to show you what it looks like before we do it, so you're not trying to balance and watch me. So we're going to start with our hands at heart center. We'll put our weight in our right leg and a little micro bend in that right knee. And as we move forward with our torso, our left leg, comes up with that torso. What's really important here, once you get here, you can extend the arms, bring them back for airplane arms, or leave them at heart center. The left toes are facing the ground. This left hip is facing the ground. We don't want to open it up. The other really important thing is we want the body and that left leg as one piece. We don't want the body here and the leg there. So if the leg's there, the body's here. It's all in line. And as one comes up, the other one goes down. And the ultimate goal is to be completely flat from the back of your heel all the way to the back of your head. So to start, we want to find a focus point in front of us because our face is going to be going that way. Hands at heart center, put the weight in that right leg. And when you're ready, micro bend in the right knee. And just start bringing the torso towards the ground and that left leg up towards the sky. Wherever you are is fine. Just make sure, check in with your body that leg and torso are in a straight line. We don't want one way out of whack from the other. And just breathe. If you step out of it, it's okay. Come back to it. And even if you want to just practice a little bit, lift that foot off the ground a little. Wait till you're comfortable there. Maybe go a little further. Make sure this left hip is facing the ground, not opened up. And when you're ready, you can exhale and come back to standing. Shake out that leg and we'll do the other side. So up nice and tall, put the weight into the left leg. I'll face the camera. Micro bend in the left knee. And when you're ready, come forward. You can send those arms overhead. Bring them behind you. Make sure you check in with this right hip that it's down. If you step out of it like I just did, come right back to it. And when you're ready, you can just stand out of it. And just take a quick Tadasana, shake the legs out a little. come to seated now. You can blink your eyes open. We're going to come to seated and we'll get there through squat. So if you'd like to just do seated, you can do that. Or if you want to try squat, have your feet about mat width apart, toes going out just a little. When your heels come off the ground, that's when you want to stop. So with an exhale, just squat down. If you're all the way down, maybe you can get the elbows inside the knees. Keep that back nice and straight. We don't want to be coming forward. Nice deep breaths here. And when you're ready, you can place your hands down on the mat and come to a comfortable seated position. Nice straight spine, hands are on the knees, and we're going to do a seated twist here. So with an inhale, bring both arms way up overhead, and with an exhale, place your left hand on right knee and right hand behind back, twisting from the rib cage. The back is nice and straight up towards the sky, and we're just twisting gently, no pressure on the neck here. With an inhale, we're going to bring both arms up overhead, and with an exhale, right hand, left knee, left hand behind back, twisting from the ribs. Nice deep breath. Inhale, both arms up overhead, and exhale, forward fold. Trying to bring your chest towards the ground, not reaching your head for the ground. With an inhale, bring both arms up overhead. And exhale, release the arms down by your sides. We're going to place our hands on our knees, nice straight spine, and just make some big circles with the spine. You can change directions. And come to stillness. And we're just going to do a seated cat-cow. So with an inhale, we're going to bring our chest forward and our gaze up and rock our pelvis back. Exhale, cat, so arch the back, rock the pelvis forward and chin the chest. And just do these at your own pace, always inhaling on cow and exhaling on cat. And after your next cat, you can come to a nice neutral spine position. Up nice and tall. And with an inhale, we're going to go back to the seated twist. So with an inhale, bring both arms up overhead. Exhale, left hand, right knee, right hand behind back. See if this one feels different than the first one after we just loosened our back up a little. Inhale, both arms up overhead. And exhale, right hand, left knee, left hand behind back, twisting from the ribs. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. And just relax here for a few breaths. Inhale, both arms up overhead. And exhale, release the arms. And we're going to come to a seated position with our legs straight out, staff position it's called. And do a little bit of core work at the end of this class. So up nice and tall with the torso. And when we're ready with an exhale, we're going to lean that torso back to a 45-degree angle or so. When you feel the upper abs kick in, that's where you want to stay, but keep breathing. Never hold your breath. If you're comfortable, maybe extend your arms out in front of you, palms facing. Thumbs up towards sky. Keep breathing here. If you want to add on, with an inhale, open the arms out to the side. Exhale, close. One more time. Inhale, open those arms. Exhale, close. And with your next exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Now we're going to work on a little bit of lower abs. So with an inhale, we're going to lift the right leg about 12 inches and point the toes and make big circles with that leg using the hip. Continue to breathe and change directions. Come to stillness and exhale. Lower that leg to the ground. Inhale up the left leg. Big circles. Change directions. Come to stillness and exhale, release that leg down to the ground. Now we're going to do both legs. So with an inhale, lift both legs. Make some circles with the legs. Change directions. Continue to breathe. And exhale, lower those legs down to the mat. And just take a couple breaths here and relax. Now we're going to add on to that and do both at the same time for boat pose. So when we inhale, we're going to lift our torso to that position it was when it was leaned back, and we're going to lift our legs to the position they were in when they were elevated. The goal is to have your feet and head at the same height. So when we're ready with an inhale, everything comes up. It's a bit of a balance and a strength pose. You can extend the arms, point the toes, and with an exhale, lower down. Take a few breaths here. We're going to do one more. Nice deep breaths. And when you get ready with the inhale, inhale everything up. Continue to breathe. Never hold your breath. Exhale, come down. And with your next inhale, just pull your knees to chest and gently rock side to side. Now we're going to come to stillness and just do a happy baby. So reach between your legs, grab your feet, ankles or calves, and send the soles of your feet up to the sky. Big bend in the knees. Relaxing, maybe rocking gently side to side. And when you're ready with an exhale, you can lower the legs down to the mat and get ready for Shavasana. Have your feet about mat width apart and your toes going out just a little. Hands down by your sides, maybe about 12 inches off your hips. Just close your eyes. Checking in with your body and breathing. relaxing. Relaxing any of the muscles in your face or any tension in your face. Putting a slight space between your lips or taking your tongue off the roof of your mouth. Letting your chest and belly move freely with each inhale and exhale. Tighten up all the muscles in your arms and make a real tight fist, almost like you're lifting them off the ground, but don't lift them. And with your next exhale, let go of all that tension into the ground below you. With your next exhale, let all the tension in your shoulders and back just melt into the ground below you. On your next exhale, release any tension in your hips and abdomen. With your next inhale, tighten up all the muscles in your legs, almost like you're lifting them, but don't lift them off the mat. And with an exhale, let go of all that tension and let it just fall into the ground below you. For the remainder of Shavasana, let your chest and belly move freely with each inhale and exhale. And if thoughts come to your mind, let them float away with the exhale and come back to your breath. Slowly bring awareness back to your body. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes or roll your wrists and ankles. Maybe rock your head from side to side. And when you're ready with your eyes closed, roll onto your left or right side. Shavasana is corpse pose. It's symbolic of leaving behind what we'd like to leave behind at practice, starting our day and our life from this point forward. And when you're ready with your eyes closed, push yourself up into a comfortable seated position with Anjali Mudra hands or prayer hands, thumbs on sternum and a light bow to your head. Yoga is a journey, and I'd like to thank you all for allowing me to be part of your first journey into yoga. It's about so much more than what we've done here in these last few weeks. It's about learning to love yourself. It's about feeling better physically, mentally, and spiritually. It's about learning to love our planet and all the life forms on it. And it's about making you the type of person you'd like to see in the world. Thank you for allowing me to be part of that journey. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Well, thank you, everybody. If you have any questions, any concerns, any asanas you have problems with throughout the series, please make sure that you touch base with us as they happen. Also, remember there's a lot of different styles of yoga. They run an entire gambit of more like cardio to more sedentary and meditative. If our style of yoga wasn't your cup of tea, it's okay. Find the yoga that's right for you. It's your practice. So I always believe it's better to do some yoga than no yoga. I would love for you to practice yoga with us, but if our style of yoga is not for you, I'd much rather you practice yoga in another style than not practice at all. So keep your options open. Look to see what's out there. It can really change your life in so many ways, and just helps making you be the best version of yourself you can be. So thank you so much for being here. Namaste, and have a wonderful day.